Money is a game where, for you to win, it's not enough to know the rules. You have to understand the psychology behind it. That's right, we're diving deep into the complex relationship between mind and money today. A ride that will reveal the 18 invaluable lessons from the book, The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. These lessons are not only going to change the way you think about your finances, but will transform your perspective about life itself. If you'd like to get your copy of this book, click the link below in the description to grab your copy. Not only will it redefine your financial mindset, but your purchase also helps support this channel, allowing me to keep delivering content you love. Lesson 1. Wealth is what you don't spend. Think about it. You've worked hard, earned a decent paycheck, but before you know it, it's all gone. Spent on bills, shopping, dining out, and a dozen other things. But here's a twist. Wealth isn't just about how much money you make. It's more about what you manage to hold on to. In simpler terms, the real measure of your wealth is the amount you don't spend. Every dollar you don't spend becomes your employee, working tirelessly round the clock to increase your wealth through savings or investments. It's not just about cutting down on unnecessary expenses, but consciously choosing to save more. This is what sets wealthy people apart. They understand the power of unspent money. Lesson 2. The hard thing about money is not making it. Ever noticed how lottery winners or celebrities sometimes end up bankrupt? It's because making money can often be easier than keeping it. Maintaining and growing your wealth over time, that's the real challenge. It requires budgeting, financial planning, investing wisely, and above all, self-discipline. Temptations are everywhere, from the latest gadgets to lavish vacations. It's easy to justify these expenses when you're earning well, but they can erode your wealth faster than you realize. Lesson 3. Save money even when everything is going well. It's a sunny day, your bank account looks healthy, bills are paid, and you're in great financial shape. Fantastic, right? But here's a little secret. This is the best time to start saving more. When life is all sunshine and rainbows, we often let our guard down. It's easy to think, I'm doing great, I don't need to worry about savings right now. But guess what? That's a trap. Wealth isn't just about enjoying the present, but also about preparing for the future. So when things are going well, that's your golden opportunity to save more, to build a cushion for any potential storms ahead. Lesson 4. Compounding works in money and skills. You've probably heard of compounding in finance. You know, where your money earns interest, and then that interest earns interest, and over time. But did you know that compounding isn't just for money? It works for skills too. Imagine you're learning a new language or a musical instrument. On day 1, you know almost nothing, but each day you learn a little more. And every new thing you learn builds on what you already know. Over time, these small, consistent improvements start to add up. Before you know it, you've made a giant leap forward. That's compounding in action. The same principle applies to your money. Each dollar saved or invested isn't just a static object. It's a seed that can grow, given time and the right conditions. The key is consistency and patience. Lesson 5. Never enough. We've all felt that little itch before, right? The one that says, if I just had a little more. But when it comes to money, more can quickly become a never-ending chase. Here's a hard truth. If your happiness hinges on more, it will always be just out of reach. That's because the goalposts for more tend to shift. You might think, I'd be happy if I just made a bit more money. But once you reach that milestone, your eyes will likely set on the next one, and then the next. This constant pursuit of more can lead to an exhausting cycle of never feeling satisfied with what you have. Lesson 6. Wealth is what you don't see. We often associate wealth with visible signs of affluence, luxury cars, high-end gadgets, fancy homes. But true wealth is often invisible. Your neighbor may drive a flashier car, but if your bank account is healthier, who is wealthier? You see, real wealth is what you don't see. It's the investments you make, the savings you accumulate, the debts you avoid, and ultimately, the freedom you create. Sure, buying expensive things can feel good, but every dollar spent on luxuries is a dollar not saved or invested. And those are the dollars that could have been working to increase your wealth. Lesson 7. Financial decisions are driven by emotional needs. You've probably heard advice like, make logical financial decisions, or don't let emotions rule your money. While it's sound advice, here's the catch. Our financial decisions are deeply entwined with our emotional needs and wants. It's not just about numbers, it's also about how those numbers make us feel. Ever wondered why some people splurge on things they don't need, while others obsess over saving every penny? It's because money isn't just money. It's a means to achieve our dreams, fulfill our desires, or soothe our insecurities. We buy things not just for their functional value, but for the emotional satisfaction they bring. Understanding this connection between emotions and money can lead to smarter financial decisions. When making a purchase or an investment, ask yourself, am I doing this for logical reasons, or am I driven by an emotional need? Lesson 8. Take calculated risks. Here's something to ponder over. Without risk, there's no reward. It's a fundamental principle that applies to every aspect of life, including money. When it comes to investing or starting a business, there's always some level of risk involved. But the trick lies in managing these risks wisely. It's about assessing potential losses and gains, understanding the odds, and then making an informed decision. Does this mean you'll always win? Not necessarily. Even the best laid plans can sometimes go awry. But by taking calculated risks, you increase your chances of success while minimizing potential losses. Lesson 9. Don't confuse luck and skill. You know that person who always seems to make the right investments or business decisions? The one who's riding high on a wave of success. Here's a little secret. Sometimes it's not just skill, but also luck. In the world of money, it's easy to mistake luck for skill. When someone's bet pays off, we often attribute it to their genius. But even the smartest people can't predict every market twist or turn. Sometimes they're just in the right place at the right time. So why does this matter? Because when we confuse luck and skill, we risk making reckless decisions. We might try to replicate someone's success, not realizing that a good chunk of it was due to luck, something we can't replicate. Lesson 10. Change is the only constant. Have you noticed how things can change in the blink of an eye? This volatility applies to your money, too, and it's something you should always be prepared for. Market conditions, economic factors, personal circumstances, there are countless variables that can impact your financial health. You might have a great job today, but what if the company downsizes tomorrow? Or you've invested in what seems like a foolproof plan, but then the market crashes. The key to handling this uncertainty is flexibility. It's about being able to adapt to change, make informed decisions under new circumstances, and not being too rigid in your financial strategies. It's about having a plan B, C, and D. Lesson 11. The danger of debt. If there's a villain in the story of money, it's debt. Sure, loans can help us out in tight spots or fund major purchases, but they come with a hidden cost. Debt is like a hole. The more you have, the deeper the hole. And the deeper the hole, the harder it is to climb out. It's not just about the money you owe, it's also about the stress and worry that come with it. And if you're always paying off past debts, it becomes harder to save for the future. So be cautious with debt. Treat it as a last resort, not a go-to solution. Always explore other options first. And if you must borrow, do it wisely. Understand the terms, ensure you have a repayment plan, and aim to clear it as quickly as possible. Because remember, debt is easy to get into, but hard to get out of. Before we move on to the next lesson, if this video piques your interest in the psychology of money, get your copy through the link below in the description. Lesson 12. Understand the power of time. In the world of money, time can be your best friend or your worst enemy. It all depends on how you use it. Let's talk about the bright side first. You've probably heard of compound interest, right? It's where you earn interest on your interest. The longer your money is invested, the more time it has to grow. This is time being your best friend. But wait, there's a darker side. Delays in paying off debt can lead to ballooning interest payments. Or consider inflation. The longer you keep your money idle, the less it's worth due to rising prices. This is time being your worst enemy. Understanding the power of time is crucial for managing your money. Invest early and give your money the maximum time to grow. Pay off debts swiftly to avoid the mounting interest. Lesson 13. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's an old saying, but one that's as true as ever, especially when it comes to your money. In financial terms, we call this diversification. Let's simplify it. Say you have a basket full of apples. If one apple goes bad, it won't ruin the rest. But what if you had all oranges and one was rotten? Chances are it would affect the rest. That's essentially what happens when you put all your money in one type of investment or one industry. The beauty of diversification is it spreads out risk. If one investment doesn't perform well, others might do better, balancing out the loss. It's a safety net, providing you with protection against drastic losses. So when you're planning your investments, think variety. A mix of different asset classes, sectors, and regions can help you create a well-rounded portfolio. Remember, diversification isn't just about maximizing returns, it's also about minimizing risk. Lesson 14. Trust, but verify. You wouldn't blindly hand over the keys to your car to a stranger, right? So why do the same with your money? The principle here is simple. Trust, but verify. In the world of finance, you'll often need to rely on advisors, brokers, or consultants. While most are professionals with your best interests at heart, it's crucial to remember that it's your money at stake. Always verify the information you're given and make sure you understand where your money is going. Are you investing in a new venture? Research it. Do you have a financial advisor? Understand their recommendations. Taking someone's word without understanding can lead to misunderstandings, or worse, losses. Lesson 15. Stay humble. It may sound strange to talk about humility when discussing money, but trust me, it's more connected than you think. Success in managing your finances often requires a good dose of humility. Let's break it down. When you're making money, especially if it's a lot, it's easy to feel invincible. You might start believing that you've cracked the code, that you're smarter than others. This overconfidence can be dangerous. It can lead to reckless decisions or ignoring sound advice. Remember, the financial world is complex and ever-changing. Even the best investors have made mistakes, and no one has all the answers. Recognizing this is where humility comes in. It keeps you grounded, encourages you to keep learning, and helps you navigate the ups and downs of money management. So, stay humble, keep learning, stay open to advice. Remember that even when you're on a winning streak, there's always more to understand. Humility in success is just as important as resilience in failure. Lesson 16. Money isn't everything. Now, you might be thinking, wait, isn't this video all about money? Yes, it is. But it's also important to remember that money isn't everything. It's a means to an end, not the end itself. Sure, money can buy comfort, security, and open up opportunities, but it's not a ticket to happiness. Some of the richest people are also the most unhappy, while those with less often lead fulfilling lives. Why? Because money is just one aspect of life. It's essential to have a balanced perspective. Pursue financial security, but don't let it consume you. Value relationships, experiences, health, and personal growth. They often provide a richness that money can't. So, as you manage your money, strive for financial wellness, not just wealth. Remember that the ultimate goal is a good life, and a good life is about more than just money. Lesson 17. Patience is key. If there's a magic ingredient to managing money successfully, it's patience. It's tempting to want quick results. We want our investments to double overnight, or that get-rich-quick scheme to pay off. But reality often has a different timeline. Building wealth typically happens over years, even decades, not days or months. Why is patience so crucial? Because it allows for growth. It gives your investments time to mature and your savings time to accumulate. It helps you weather the short-term market fluctuations and focus on the long-term gains. Patience also prevents hasty decisions. It's about resisting the urge to cash out at the first sign of trouble or jumping on every new investment fad. It's about sticking to your plan, even when the journey feels slow. Lesson 18. Keep learning. Here we are at the end of our journey, and there's one last crucial lesson. Keep learning. You see, the world of money isn't static. It's a constantly evolving landscape. What worked yesterday might not work today. New opportunities and challenges arise all the time. Staying on top of these changes requires continuous learning. Reading books, attending seminars, following reliable financial news sources, and seeking advice from experts can all help. Don't stop at knowing enough. Strive to know more. Moreover, learning isn't just about understanding the financial world better. It's also about understanding yourself, your goals, your risk tolerance, your financial habits. These all play a crucial role in your financial journey. By understanding these aspects, you can make smarter, more informed decisions. So, no matter where you are in your financial journey, remember this: never stop learning. Keep expanding your knowledge, refining your strategies, and challenging your assumptions. Because in the world of money, the more you know, the further you can go. So there you have it, the 18 transformative lessons about the psychology of money. Before we wrap this up, if you found value in these insights and want to learn more about such intriguing topics, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and stay financially savvy.